It's FinTech Futures reporting from Finovate Spring, and I'm here with Reetika Grewal from Wells Fargo. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Excellent. How have you been enjoying the conference so far?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Excellent.
Yeah.
So just get started then. I would you like to give a quick introduction to yourself and your role?
Yeah, so like you said, Reetika Grewal, I'm the head of digital for the commercial bank and the corporate and investment bank. I'm at Wells Fargo.
Excellent. So you were speaking earlier on a panel about open banking and banking as a service. Open banking in particular has been a bit slower with the adoption in the US, but how would you say that it's starting to take off now for banks and FIs?
Yeah, I mean, I think, one of the things that we talked about in that last panel is sort of like the definition of open banking, right? Like, I think in the US, we don't use that term in the same way that it gets, like it was sort of originated around PSD2 in the UK. And then so for us here, it's about open exchange of information and data and things like that. And so I think that when you kind of think about it in terms of banking as a service and payments as a service and lending as a service or whatever, like that model of sharing information powered by APIs, very much so, that's gaining traction in the US as well.
Excellent, excellent. And what would you say are some of the key benefits then of open banking for businesses and customers?
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to the experiences that they're trying to drive. And one of the big things that happened during COVID was just, the reliance on digital tools and things like that accelerated tremendously. And the need to drive things like around automation and reconciliation also became even more pressing because companies were forced to really all hands on deck, right? Sure. And so they were looking to automate processes and systems, and that's where open banking and APIs became even more powerful to drive some of the automation that companies were looking for.
Excellent, excellent. So how has Wells Fargo then been looking to implement kind of open banking, or are there any kind of use cases or initiatives in the pipeline?
Yeah, we have a lot of different things. We've got this amazing gateway platform that's got, a full suite of APIs that cover the entire bank. So consumer banking, lending, wealth and investments, commercial banking, corporate and investment banking, all of those APIs kind of live on this platform, and we're constantly, building and developing more. But, the main thing that we're doing around it and to sort of nurture the growth and the usage of them is really kind of paying attention to what our customers are asking us to do. And so customers or clients on the commercial banking side will come to us and say, I'm trying to build XYZ, can we leverage your data, your infrastructure, your, access to the payment rails, et cetera, to do that. And so that's sort of the spirit under which we're doing the work.
Excellent, excellent. So switching then to banking as a service, then what are the growth trends that you've seen there and what opportunities exist in that space?
So there's, I think we kind of look at it a couple different ways. So banking as a service, again, sort of US centric, there's a lot of different models that are out here, right? There where companies are innovating this space, and we try to embed ourselves into the flow. One great example is some of the work we do with QuickBooks, right? We use our APIs to give customers information in their QuickBook experience. So that's one example on the banking as a service side. On the consumer side, and then some of the other work that we're doing around. We have a full suite of APIs and SDKs around consumer lending, right, where we have co-brand relationships and how we can help those companies bring their models to market, right? Like Hotels.com is a great example where we have a co-brand partnership with them, and we leverage our APIs in sort of a banking as a service or lending as a service kind of model to help them bring their solutions to market.
Excellent, excellent. And what would you say the future looks like then for open banking and banking as a service in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of room for even more innovation and participation, right? I think we do a lot with fintech companies and partnerships. I think we can do even more to help even further perpetuate it. And, but it all comes down to the client experiences that we're trying to facilitate. And so, again, constantly listening and making sure that we're doing what the right thing is for our customers is sort of central to this. Excellent. As well.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us, Reetika. It's been great speaking with you.